Hello and welcome, I'm Arumba. Thank you for joining me. Let's play more of our England campaign in Common Sense. So I'm going to risk it. We're going to find out. We're going to see how lucky we can get. Come on. Don't fall. Defender's Desert. Only got 7. Only got 7% extra chance. 21%. That means the thing could go like 8 times and you could never get it. It's totally possible. Meanwhile, we're at 34 war score, and at the end of this month, it might even go up. Because right now we've got 10.8, so next month it'll go up to 35. And if we could just get his enthusiasm down to 20, it's probably not going to happen, but if we could, -4 reasons for him giving us land in a war. Oh god, he's the papal controller now? You bastard. Of course he is. Come on. Give me a little bit of time. Just be lucky. This is so risky. Don't take it. Don't do it. Thank you. That's the worst. I mean, unless he breaches the wall, that's the worst it can get. -1 reasons. At the end of this month, he might be willing to do it. Oh god, it's so close. No, I don't want that. I just... 1, 2. Okay, 28% chance. France. Oh, they'll do it! They'll do it! Give me the province. 2 days away. Yes! That's so awesome! Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you, France. Appreciate you declaring war on me so that you could give me a core back. That's awesome. Alright, well, I don't think I just gotta breathe for a second. I don't think that Gascon's gonna be accepted. I mean, well, we already have a core on it, so next month it should just immediately update. Oh my god, we're actually at peace. Alright, let's keep improving with Castile. Really anyone that doesn't like France. So Castile and Burgundy. I don't even no, we're not gonna improve with them. We'll get our alliance back. Apparently I have a negative opinion of them and I can't ask for it. Never mind. Alright. Whatever, we'll pick somebody else. We'll just improve relations with people. Oh, man, that was stressful. We need to have 30 regiments. That's going to take a while. Let's mothball this fleet. Let's get this fleet expense to go away. This is a very short truce, though. It's only going to be like 6 years of truce that we have with France. What's this then? Our vassal Tyrone wants to be designated as our march. No. Hey, at least he's not upset about it. So he's just asking. He's just asking nicely. Nope. Not gonna happen. I'm about to annex you, actually. In 5 years, so... no. Now, there were people in the very first couple videos saying that we should vassalize Scotland and then have them conquer Ireland, which, it makes sense. Yeah, that's a good way to do it, but I don't really care too much about playing perfectly. This is all about just playing the game. You can see this game has been very crazy, and I've really enjoyed it, so that's what I care about the most. Let's see, is there anything we can do? You know, now that we don't plan on doing anything with Tyrone, aside from integrating them, I think we should do Scuttage. You just turn it on and off, right? Turning it off will increase their liberty desire. Well, that's interesting. So apparently you cannot turn things on and off. Okay. So it's already, it's showing the things that can be done. I don't have to go in here to see more. Unless well, actually, no, there's an extra one. Placate local rulers. I don't want to do that. So let's find out how much more he pays us now. Right here it's showing 0.13. I think this will update at the beginning of the month. Well, that certainly didn't feel like a big change. Oh, okay. I get it now. That's not saying, like, you're going to go from 15% to 55%. That's saying you're going to pay 15% and then 50% of 15%. So you still got to raise up the base modifiers. So having him not in in the war is not really probably worth 0.7 ducats. Huh. But it would be better. It would work better for countries that have, like, if you have a government type that increases the amount of income you have from vassals, it could probably be pretty good. That's very interesting. England gains a claim on Toulouse. Well, that's great. Alright, so London, I'm just curious. I haven't spent any time looking at this since everything's been crazy. We did build the marketplace, so local trade power plus 50%. It means that this thing has 87.7 trade power, which, as far as this node goes, is worth 28.6% of all trade power in the entire node. It's really, really good. We have a lot of trade power here. I still think at 55%, we're probably best off protecting trade in our capital. We're making 10.5. I remember distinctly a time when we were only making 6 ducats from trade, so things are going really well there. We're going to get our core back from Burgundy at some point. Picardy's ours. It was never theirs. Gained a claim on Toulouse. Do we want to lower autonomy here? Probably not. It seems like we've not gained Gascon back as an accepted culture, probably because it's not at 20%. If culture is at least 20% of our cores, then it will become accepted. It's still at 9.9, and yet Armagnac is Gascon, and it is one of our cores. So shouldn't it have at least changed a little bit? I feel like it should have gone up. Huh. I really don't know. Seems strange. Well, we're not really making any money. We probably don't need to have all of our forts maintained, especially the ones against the French border. Yeah, Burgundy, on the other hand, Burgundy has no truce. No, they do. Actually, they both have truces with us. Yeah, we can mothball all of them. I think I just did. And none of them are active. Cool. So we're actually making a little bit of money. Fleet maintenance, right. We need to mothball the heavies. What else can we do? Our Great Advisor has died. This one's going to live forever, apparently. I really don't like you, Leinster. In fact, you drive me crazy. So... 210 months. Do you not realize how long that is, game? Why does the time go up and the cost go up? Shouldn't it just be one or the other? Surely the time should be a fixed number and the cost should go up dependent on development, but not both. Alright, well, we're going to do this tech. Although, we are currently doing a thing which will reduce tech costs by 5%. So maybe we can afford to wait. Lose a little bit of prestige twice, just to... Yeah, let's do that. And now we'll wait until that thing fires, and then we'll try taking it. Maybe we can save some monarch points that way. Alright, well I just pretty much have to pay off debt, and still try to retrain troops eventually over time. Staying at peace. Having a truce with both of our rivals. Well, there's 3 of them, but the 2 ones that are right next to us is really quite handy. You have a positive opinion of me, despite the fact that we're rivals. If I unrival you, will you unrival me? I can't do it. I think we are going to want to diplomatically vassalize Scotland. Probably not going to end up being a peaceful thing. It's probably going to be forced, considering they're hostile. That's okay. Well, we can change our focus. I have no idea yet. They did change some of the idea groups, but I have no idea. Even if we had Tech 5. Hey, support of local assembly. The local assembly in Lancashire has been quite enthusiastic in their support of our current proposition in Parliament. So much so that they've already begun with the necessary preparations with what they are certain will be a certain approval. That's really cool. So do you think the more of these things you have approved, the more likely those events are to fire? Maybe it's only possible for it to fire once or twice. We're about to lose our trade efficiency bonus, so income might go down. Well, it will go down, but hopefully not by too much. I feel like this having an army larger than Castile mission is going to just not happen anytime in the next few years. So we're going to cancel it. Hopefully we can pick something else. February of next year is when it can start doing it. So Holy Roman Empire is up to 39% of that thing, and we do have 12 whole papal influence. Goody. We actually have the most cardinals. Let's go ahead and throw out a chance there. Also, we could get a whole lot more papal influence if I actually made the papal state like us. There is always that. I suppose they're a good person to spend a diplomat improving relations with. Tolerates the Lawler. Well, obviously we tolerate them. What else were we going to do? There was no way we could fight them. See how much less money we make now that we lost that bonus. Oh, ouch. Wow. It's like a ducat and a half. At least a ducat. More than a ducat. Like a ducat and a quarter. Improvements in production technology. Do we want inflation in exchange for administrative points? Yes. Always. Parliament have passed. Funded expansion of universities. Yay! Enacted issue. Sweet. It's pretty awesome. Alright, so we have an even more significant cost reduction now. We will take this. We will take this. I have a very substantial bonus. We get our bonus right back, so we'll be making quite a bit more money. What else did we get at Tech 6? I've already forgotten. Got the shipyard. Alright, let's go see what that does, because it could be completely different than it used to be. We need Diplomat Tech 8 for the Navy. Where's the shipyard then? Oh, it's over here. Well, that's weird. So, okay, they categorize it like this, but then this isn't like a straight arrow path. There's 2 and then 2. Unlike this one, which is a line of 4, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3. Apparently this is separate on its own. 2, 2. Okay, so the shipyard, local building time minus 50%. Ship costs minus 10. Well, I think we're going to want one of those, for sure. And then we'll build all of our ships out of it to try to reduce the overall expenses of, you know, having ships. The question is, where would we want to put it? And it's probably going to be in a port where I always want my ships to be, or alternatively a place that has high production, because production reduces shipbuilding time. So the question is, can we find a province on the coast that has good product, good stuff that we would want to boost the production of? 3 base value, 3, 3, 3. Looks like 3 is about as high as it gets. Actually, I think we could check the ledger. Trade goods. Goods location, no. Country trade. Trade goods. Current price. Dyes, silk. There's only a few that are actually worth 4. And they're nothing that's anywhere near here, so. Alright, so like Cornwall. Cornwall's got a... that's good. Yeah, Cornwall could work. We could bump up Cornwall's production. Make this like the shipbuilding capital of our world, you know? So right now, we've got... if we try to build a ship, well, there's war exhaustion, but base production is reducing it by 5%. And if we go ahead and throw a building on there, we can reduce the cost, or the time, significantly. I wonder if those multipliers are additive or multiplicative. Do you think if you actually got a province up to like 50 productive level, and then you had a shipyard, that you could get the build time down to 0%? I don't think that would make much sense, but you never know. It might work. What's the next one do? Even more reduced shipbuilding time. So how does that work then? That on its own is minus 100%. Just instantly build ships? Nah. Can't possibly be that way. That would make 0 sense. Unless no one's actually playtested the game to Diplotech 20 or whatever it was. Diplotech 19. Oh man, I am really enjoying this period of peace where we're letting war exhaustion come down, and we're seeing war exhaustion come down, autonomy's coming down super fast. No revolt risk here. I don't even think we need to reduce autonomy. It's just going to come down so quick with this government type. Meanwhile, this guy refuses to die, ever. Missionary strength guy, national tax guy. He got buffed. He used to be 5%, I think. 5% national tax, and production was 10%. Be curious to see what they all are now. I think the theologian, I heard the theologian got nerfed. Right, so, a bunch of the naval ideas got buffed. Grand Armada, I remember reading about. Was it in here? It might have been in quantity. No, National Arsenal is still 25%. Wasn't under quality. Oh, there it is. Maritime got buffed. So it's not naval ideas, it's maritime that got the buff. It used to be plus 25%, now it's plus 50. I still think it's probably quite crap. The blockade efficiency thing, I don't know. I think all that does is just mean you need fewer ships to maintain a blockade. I personally would prefer for the blockade efficiency to make it do more damage. That's like what comes to mind when I think of efficiency. Like, how efficiently can we blockade this port? Like, how efficiently can we starve the people of this city? And when I think of blockade efficiency going up, I don't usually think of, well, we could do it with fewer ships. I think more like we could do it with the same number of ships, but we could let nothing through and like just hurt the city more. Overall, I would like for blockading to be stronger in the game. I think that it has been buffed because it's reducing goods produced, and I would just love to see more, like in the tooltip while blockading. Like, where the hell does that? How does that number even? I don't know how that number gets calculated. Never have been able to figure it out. Meanwhile, Aragon is being occupied by Tuscany. That's kind of sad. Rather embarrassing for them. We do have available relationship slots. You could at least try to improve relations with me, you little bastard. Denmark would be willing to become our ally again, but they lost Sweden. So on their own and with Norway, they're not that strong. Still have quite a long truce with Scotland. We can annex you in 69, so 3 years. 250 Diplo points. It's not too bad. Hold on, though. Wasn't the coring cost? Look at that. That's interesting. Integrating a country in patch 1.11 was 10 Diplo points per base tax. Annexing, or like conquest, and coring yourself was 20 administrative points per base tax. So it was half as many points to do things diplomatically as it was to do them aggressively. But now, looking at this, to integrate Tyrone, it is 250 Diplo power for a total of what I would assume is 25 base tax, 25 development. So again, we're paying 10 diplo points, which is what I would expect it to be. But then when you look at the coring cost, for me to core a province that's not mine, it's 114. If it wasn't for the war exhaustion, it would be 100. So we're paying 10 admin or 10 diplo. So it's no longer half as expensive to use diplomatic. It's actually cheaper, far cheaper now, relative to the previous patch, to conquer. Especially if you factor in the development, no, not that, the administrative efficiency reducing coring cost. I guess maybe they kind of offset it with the claim reduction not affecting it as much. I don't know. Empire rank. Cool. I want to be an emperor. I want an empire. Make me an emperor. God, can you imagine how rich we would be if we didn't have this debt? Can you have can you imagine how much money we'd have if we had a whole bunch of money? Sometimes I say really stupid things, and then I realize how stupid they were after I say them. So should we go trade? I mean, isn't that like the thing to do as England? I think it'd be pretty good. More merchants, more force limit, more trade stream, more trade income. On the other hand, we could do the colonization thing. I certainly don't think we're going to do a military idea. We're struggling to keep up on military tech, even though we've been focusing on it since the beginning of the game. So it's not going to be a military idea. It's either diplomatic or administrative. But there are some good administrative ones now. Like economic got buffed. Development cost minus 20%. That's the finisher now for economic. That's really quite impressive. I mean, that's 20% monarch point reduction. Really makes that. Plus the build cost minus 20. I mean, that's pretty damn appealing to me. Core creation cost. I don't know. Well, we might be forced to go trade just because we need the money. I mean, the opening moves of this campaign were definitely very costly. When it all comes down to it, though, I think that we have come out ahead. We've gained land on France. We lost land to Burgundy, but we gained a core. So that's a plus. It's actually just a pure gain against Burgundy. We didn't lose anything, and we gained a core. But actually, no, didn't we have that as a core initially? I think you start with that as a core. So never mind. We didn't gain anything on them. But we didn't lose anything on them, either. And they had us, like, totally up against the wall. If it wasn't for our ally being a complete moron, things may have gone better. And you're allied with Aragon. So if I ally with Aragon, then Aragon would probably protect me, which is exactly the reason we would ally Aragon. Assuming Aragon would even accept, which they probably won't. You would call in Castile, which is why I need to ally Castile. You just gotta change that rival. Should have picked somebody else initially. Another tactics level. We whooping up on this thing soon. We'll actually repay that loan, thank you. Well, these things cost money. Maybe we should mothball them. I mean, they're just transports. They can't possibly be that expensive, right? Hey, there we go. Vassalize Scotland. That's what we want. Yep, that's the one. They are still allied with France. So there is that. But that Casus Belli it doesn't actually say on here what the benefit would be. I'd have to actually use a diplomat. That's kind of annoying. We have quite a long truce, so it may have been a bit preempted to take that mission, but it's a good mission, so I'm glad I have it. It's a 50% cost for enforced vassalage. Is there anyone else that you're allied with that I could attack? East Frisia? If I attacked East Frisia... who is not... Ironically, they are not a member of the Empire, despite being, like, in the Empire. Can we fabricate a claim on you? There's really no way that I can get a CB against him, is there? Well, that's too bad. That would have been a nice way to get to war with Scotland. What about Novgorod? Probably not. Novgorod's friendly, but... King Johann III. Some improved relations with Sweden. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to have to fight France in the war with Scotland. So maybe we'll have to find a way to do something else. But I want to vassalize Scotland. I do think that that's going to be the way to go. Alright, well, I'm going to take a break here, though. Thanks for watching, as always. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. See you soon.